Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. RC's back again with another full face glam. Today we'll be creating this Pixi look right over here. I am super excited, super pumped up. Pixi was very generous enough to send me another care package, you guys. It included 4 palettes, and 2 palettes were actually their highlight and blush palette, and 2 were eyeshadow palette. And I wanted to go ahead and incorporate all of those palettes for you guys so I can kind of like, do a little review and swatches for you guys. And 2 of the palettes I'll be using today are actually, this one right here is Sugar Blossom, and this right here is their blush and highlight palette, as well as this right here is the eye effect. This is the Hazelnut Haze palette. I wanted to create a somewhat of a fall look today, and this is what that looks like. I do want to apologize to you guys about this Wednesday not being able to post anything. I just have one too many tasks on my plate. You know how it gets that way sometimes. So this ended up taking the back seat for me because I really missed you guys. I really missed filming, and like I really don't do this crazy. So without further ado, let's get right on. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my foundation. Today I'm taking Milani Concealer Perfect in shade Sand Beige. You guys, this is absolutely amazing full coverage foundation and drugstore, so definitely affordable. I'm going to go ahead and give that a go and blend it out with my beauty blender. As you guys can see, the coverage is definitely there, and I also didn't have to conceal today. For the highlight, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and try out for the first time. This is Makeup Revolution London. This is their Fast Base Stick Foundation in shade F6. The only reason why I'm using it for highlight because it's too light for my skin tone. I did mainly purchase this to use it as a foundation, but I still want to go ahead and give it a go. It gave me definitely medium to full coverage depending on how much layers you're applying. It blended beautifully. I love the end result. The only down part is after using it, it actually looked like this. I do have other stick foundation and none of them do that, so I'm not sure what's the dealio with this one is, but other than that, if I can ignore that fact, it actually is a very beautiful product. To set all of the highlight, I'm going to go and take Essence Brighten Up. This is the shade Banana Powder. Absolutely love this. This is very light, very budget friendly, and this is also why I absolutely love this product. I'm going to go and take that onto a crown tapered brush to apply it. For the rest of the face, I'll be taking Maybelline Fit Me. This is their loose finishing powder in shade medium. You guys, I absolutely love this. This powder really glides on beautifully onto my skin, and it does not make it look cakey. And a little powder goes a long way. For the bronzer, you guys, I'll be taking BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Contour Palette, and I'm going to go and take these lighter 2 shades. They are absolutely perfect for my skin tone to be used as a bronzer. The rest can be used as a contour, but I wanted to go ahead and give another product a try and share it with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and apply this as a bronzer onto my Sigma Fluffy Bronzer Brush. I will now be taking these brightening powders from this palette. I'm going to go and take that onto a crown tapered brush to apply it wherever I need the brightening. For the contour, I'll be taking Wet n Wild. This is their Mega Glow Contour Palette, you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and take this richer shade from this palette onto a angled brush. I'm going to go ahead and contour away. Alright, you guys, so this is what my PR package looks like. I absolutely love this. This is very beautiful. By the way, this baby pink is absolutely my favorite color, and this is what the 4 palettes looks like. These are the 2 eyeshadow palettes that I received, and this is the one we'll be working with today. This will be coming up soon on my channel. I'll be trying out the second palette as well for you guys. This right here is the blush and highlight palette that we'll be using today, and this will be used next time. I am now digging into the Sugar Blossom Highlight Blush Palette, taking the shade called Blossom, and I'm going to go and apply that as my blush today. For the eyes, I'll be taking Hazelnut Haze Palette, taking the cream shade onto a flat definer shading brush. I'm going to go and highlight my brow bone. I was about to start my eyes without prepping them, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and apply some of my concealer, and this is LA Girl Concealer in Creamy Beige. I'm going to go and blend it out with a beauty blender. After blending it out, I'll be reaching for the shade called Neutral, which is a very beautiful natural satin shade. I'm going to go and pack that with a BH Cosmetics fluffy brush into my crease. You guys, it looked so beautiful, like my lid actually had some sort of glowy product. It was so beautiful. Like, you can just go ahead and maybe do liner and mascara, maybe falsies if you like, and be out the door. It was very beautiful. I will now be taking the shade called Bark, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that with a pointed fluffy brush into my crease for much needed depth and contour for my eyes. This shade was beautiful, you guys. Absolutely loved applying these satin shades. I always have worked with either metallics or mattes. I never really had satin shades in my life, so, or not as much where I would actually like feel the fluffiness of that. I'm gonna go ahead and do a cut crease, or half cut crease should I say, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with my concealer brush. I will now be taking the shade called Copper, which is my second favorite shade from this palette. I'm gonna go ahead and pack that on top of this concealer that we just applied. It was a very beautiful shade, you guys. Absolutely love that color. Very fall vibes. I will now be taking the shade called Deep. I'm going to go ahead and take that onto a synthetic brush, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it towards my outer corner of my lid. I'm going to go ahead and go in between the two brushes, the Copper and the Deep, to blend them two together. Going back to my concealer, I'm going to go ahead and create a wing effect, and that is so I can go back later on and apply an eyeshadow on top of it. Once applied the concealer, I'm going to go and go with the concealer brush to blend it out. The shade I'll be packing on top of this concealer liner is called Sage. Beautiful metallic light green color, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and take that onto a pencil brush so I can control where to apply it. Going back with the deep shade, I'm just going to go ahead and clean out the edges to make sure my liner looks very sharp. I will also be winging it out. I will now be taking my favorite shade called Russet, and I'm going to go and take that onto a shading brush to pack it onto my lower lash line. I will also be fanning it out to make it look like a wing liner. Once I am done packing and liking the depth that I want, I'm going to go ahead and take a clean brush to diffuse the outer edges of this liner. I will now be taking the shade called Gold. I'm going to go ahead and pack that into my inner corner for some much needed pop of highlight. For the liner today, I'll be taking Maybelline Precise Liquid All Day Liner. I will be applying Wonder Pencil by NYX Cosmetics into my waterline and then be applying My Falsies. To give my eyes more definition, I'll be taking Flat Definer Shading Brush, and I'm going to go ahead and lightly tap that into the shade called Deep from this palette, and I'm going to go ahead and just apply that towards the outer corner only. Taking a Crown Brush Milk Chocolate Lip Liner to outline my lips. For the lipstick, I'll be taking Revlon Super Lustrous Pick Me Up 003 Matte Lipstick. Absolutely beautiful shade. It glides on very beautifully, you guys. I'll be setting my face using the Olay On The Go Instant Hydration Spray in Cooling Cucumber Water as well as White Mint. Absolutely love using this. It really refreshes me. NYX Cosmetics Dewy Finish to give this face a go. Taking my highlighter brush by Crown Brushes, I am going back to the Sugar Blossom palette, taking the two highlight shades called Sugar and Petal. I'm going to mix them two together to highlight my face today. To finish off this look, I'll be taking the Sweet Nectar Lip Gloss by Pixi. Alright, you guys, so this right here is the Pixi by Petra. This is their IFX Hazelnut Haze palette that I use for today's look. It comes with about 9 shades, and this is what the palette looks like, you guys. You have soft satin shade as well as shimmer shades in there. There is no matte shade, so it's satin or shimmer metallic shades. And these right here are the swatches, you guys. These are beautiful shades. I absolutely enjoy this palette, you guys. The shades definitely blended very beautifully into one another. Upon swatch or to touch or to even apply it with a brush onto your eyelid, it actually feels so buttery smooth, like that silky butter texture. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it, you guys. This look, to be honest with you, I wanted to use all the shades in this palette available so I can kind of do a little review for you guys. So the only shade that I did not end up using is this beautiful shade right over here. And that's swatched about right over here. It is absolutely stunning shade, and these 3 copper shades actually are my absolutely favorite shades from this palette. So I really love these 3 shades. This shade right over here is so beautiful that I would even use it on my daily use. So like I would apply that onto my lid as well as lower lash line, and then I would probably apply some falsies, very natural falsies, and that's it, you guys. That right there is absolutely stunning everyday look color, and I'm super huge fan of these shades. This right here is the Sugar Blossom. This is their highlight and blush palette, you guys. Absolutely stunning. This right here is what the swatches looks like, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, very buttery smooth, very silky smooth texture. Love the blushes. They blended very beautifully. I actually went for the darker shade today, you guys. And then I actually mixed a highlight to use for today's highlight. I mixed both of them together. Alright, you guys, so this right here was today's video. Definitely give this video a thumbs up to let me know how you like it. Also, if you're new to my channel, subscribe down below, clicking the subscribe button so you can stay tuned as to what other videos are coming up next on my channel. Other than that, I love you guys, and I will definitely see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.